So hi everyone, my name is Jenny McDonald from KTN. I'm the technical lead for thermal energy systems within the clean energy and infrastructure team at KTN, and I'm supporting BEIS with the Industrial Energy Transformation Fund. And I'm going to talk to you today about some of the support that's available to you when you're applying into one of the three competitions that Lily has described previously. So I'm going to talk about help to understand the competition information. The competition documents are out there now. So once you've read that, if you have questions, I'll explain how to get help with that. We'll talk about the application process itself and how we can help you with that. And we'll also talk about the help to find partners if you need a partner and to identify relevant technologies that are eligible for the IETF competitions. So first of all, help with the application process. So I've provided a link there to the IETF guidance. The web pages on the gov.uk website. It gives you information about the programme itself, but then also links to the three competitions that will be opening at the end of the month. Once you've read all that guidance, if you then have questions about any of the competitions, you can contact BEIS through their dedicated IETF support service at the email that I've provided on the screen there. So if you have any questions, if you want to check whether you're eligible to lead a project, whether you're eligible to be a partner in a project, if the project idea that you want to submit would be in scope, any of those types of questions you can put to BEIS through the IETF email. The other way that you can get your questions answered is through our fortnightly webinars. So these are our competition clinics that we've held for previous rounds of the IETF. We won't be presenting any presentations on the competitions themselves. This is purely an open forum webinar where you can come along and put your question to BEIS or to myself, and it can be about any of the three competitions. It can be on scope, eligibility, the application process, finding partners, anything to do with the IETF competitions. If you want an answer straight away and the clinic is that week, then come and join us at one of the clinics and we'll answer your questions. The registrations for the clinics will open on the 1st of February. Another way that you can get information about the competition is through the briefing event. So the briefing event is an online webinar that will be taking place on the 1st of February. And that will be an opportunity to hear about the scope of the competitions in more detail than you've heard from Lily today, and also how to apply and how you'll be assessed, the eligibility criteria when you submit your application. You'll also hear from some of the industrial site owners who were funded in phase one. So that might help to give you some ideas of what you could do on your sites. And of course, there'll be opportunity to network online and develop partnerships with technology providers, delivery partners, and other people that might be involved in your project. And directly after the briefing event, you'll also have the opportunity to book a confidential one-to-one chat with BEIS, and you can talk then about your project ideas. So if you're interested in joining us at the briefing event, I've provided a link to register for that event just below there. We're also holding a second event, so this is new for this competition window, taking place on the 1st of March. So in the last competition window, we were using a brand new portal supported by BEIS, and also a new application form with more questions. So we thought it might be quite useful to have an event and talk you through the application form and the portal. So we'll go step by step in real time through the BEIS portal on how to use it. We will look at each of the questions and explain exactly what we're looking for so that you know what to write to get the best score on your application form. We'll also talk about the level of detail that's required, particularly around the finance section, how much data that you have to provide as a lead applicant or a partner on your application form. And for the deployment competitions in particular, how to complete the project benefit calculator. And throughout that event, there'll be plenty of opportunity for you to ask questions, but also provide feedback to BEIS on the new portal and the application form. And again, registration for that event will open on the 1st of February. Now, Help to Find Partners, we set up a networking platform that's dedicated to the IETF right at the start of the programme back in the summer of 2020, and it's still open now for you to register if you're not currently on there. So I've provided the link there. We have just over 250 people on there at the moment who are all interested in the IETF. So if you're looking for partners, you really are pushing at an open door because they're interested in applying. So once you've registered, get your login details, complete your profile as much as possible, as much detail as possible, because that will help people to find you. And then you can direct message people and set up meetings. So it's a great way to help you find partners. If you don't have any luck through the networking platform, then you can also come to me and I will help you to find partners too. So this networking platform, it doesn't close when the competitions close. It's open continuously right until the end of the IETF programme in March 2025. So you can carry on networking between competition windows. I mean, it's open right today if you wanted to log on today and start messaging people in preparation for the next window opening. And this platform will also be used at the briefing event or just after the briefing event to book one-to-one meetings with BEIS. So if you want to have one of those confidential one-to-one meetings with BEIS to discuss your project ideas, you book it through this platform. It's very straightforward to register at the link I've provided. And finally, Help to Find Relevant Technologies. So again, another platform that we set up in 2021 is the IETF's Technology Marketplace. This is an online platform that hosts 5-minute videos from different technology providers talking about their eligible technology, so you know that it's something that would be funded by the IETF and that it's at the right TRL level. So if you're an industrial site owner and you're not really sure what you could deploy on your industrial process at your site, then it's a way to kind of have a look through some of the options. So industrial site owners can register for access at the link I've provided there. And again, this platform is continually open, so you can dip in and out of it whenever you want to, right up until the programme finishes in March 2025. We have just under 100 industrial site owners on there at the moment, so there's a lot of interest from lead applicants looking for technologies. If you're a technology provider and you want to raise your profile with these potential customers, then you can create a 5-minute video to go onto the platform. It does need to be in the file format of either MOV or MP4, but those file formats are put out from your standard smartphone will export a little video in those file formats, and also you could present on Zoom or Teams and save it as a movie file, and that will also provide that format. So these videos don't have to be glossy and you know high spec things. This is for you to be able to educate the industrial site owners about your technology and the benefits that it will deliver if they deploy it on their site. So the registration to allow you to upload new videos to the platform will open on the 1st of February, and it'll be open for 2 weeks. And then it opens again on the 1st of March for another 2 weeks. So you have 2 opportunities to upload your video onto the platform and raise your profile with those industrial site owners. And finally, again, to help you to find technologies, we'll be having our live event. So it's rather than online, it will be an in-person event on the 10th of March, and it's a technology showcase. So we'll be showcasing some of the funded projects that were funded in phase 1 in summer 2020 and spring 2021. So if you're not sure what you could do on your site and you want some ideas, this would be a great way to find out from other industrial site owners exactly what they did and how it has worked for them. We'll have a range of different manufacturing sectors represented and also a range of different technologies that they have deployed. In addition, we will also hear from someone from BEIS's Net Zero Innovation Portfolio team. So the IETF is a capital investment fund, as we've heard from Lily. It doesn't fund R&D. So we thought it'd be quite nice to invite the NZIP team to come along and talk about some of the R&D funds that will be open in March that might also be relevant to you. And of course, a live event is a great way to network face-to-face and build those partnerships for future rounds of the IETF funding. So a link for the registration to be able to come and join us at that event will also be available in February. So that's all from me. If you do have any questions about anything that I've presented to you today, about any of the support services, then please do get in touch with me at my email, which I've provided on the slide below. Thank you.